Today's Mass readings. May 16, 2020. Saturday. The Saturday of the 5th week of Easter. First reading. A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Acts chapter 16 verse 1 to 10. Paul reached also Derbe and Lystra, where there was a disciple named Timothy, the son of a Jewish woman who was a believer, but his father was a Greek. The brothers in Lystra and Iconium spoke highly of him, and Paul wanted him to come along with him. On account of the Jews of that region, Paul had him circumcised, for they all knew that his father was a Greek. As they traveled from city to city, they handed on to the people for observance the decisions reached by the apostles and presbyters in Jerusalem. Day after day the churches grew stronger in faith and increased in number. They traveled through the Phrygian and Galatian territory, because they had been prevented by the Holy Spirit from preaching the message in the province of Asia. When they came to Mysia, they tried to go on into Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus did not allow them. So they crossed through Mysia and came down to Troas. During the night Paul had a vision. A Macedonian stood before him and implored him with these words, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." When he had seen the vision, we sought passage to Macedonia at once, concluding that God had called us to proclaim the good news to them. The word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. Psalms chapter 100 verse 1b to 2, 3 and 5. Let our response be, "Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. Sing joyfully to the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful song. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. Know that the Lord is God. He made us, his we are, his people, the flock he tends. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. The Lord is good. His kindness endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy." Gospel reading. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. John chapter 15 verse 18 to 21. Jesus said to his disciples, "If the world hates you, realize that it hated me first. If you belonged to the world would love its own. But because you do not belong to the world, and I have chosen you out of the world hates you. Remember the word I spoke to you. No slave is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will also keep yours. And they will do all these things to you on account of my name, because they do not know the one who sent me." The Gospel of the Lord. Before we proceed, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you don't miss out on new videos. Feel free to share your comments, suggestions and reflections on the comment section down below. Thank you and God bless. Now, let's continue with the video. The reflection of today's Gospel. Jesus gives us advance warning of tough times. Which of us wants to be hated? Instead we want to be affirmed for what we are, and for the choices we make. But he tells us that the experience of rejection is an opportunity for us to live as passion in our own lives. In facing this, companionship with the suffering Christ strengthens us. None of us can serve two masters. We are called to live an integrated life where our daily choices give expression to our discipleship and love of Jesus. We do not seek out suffering, but neither do we run from it when it is forced on us. Jesus wants a world in which love, friendship and inclusion prevail. But we find ourselves in a world of domination, corruption, revenge and exclusion. To have the courage to make right choices, we must be firmly grounded in the friendship and support of Jesus. None of us likes to be hated. But we are told not to expect an easy life in following Jesus. He doesn't promise that we will be successful when we stand for the truth, but we are to be available, faithful and loving. The struggle to witness to the gospel will deepen the companionship between Jesus and ourselves. We are in this together.